Hi, this is Jeff Lesher with What's the Point? And this is the second half of our doubleheader this week. We talked about people and organizations being rotten to the core and having to deal with that rottenness. And now we're going to talk about wanting to have the right people help us make the right decisions, the best decisions, and execute them well. And this comes from a current event, just like the firing of John Gruden raised this point of rottenness and how to deal with it, and to deal with it all the way to the core, otherwise you're still rotten. And it has to do with the governor's race in the Commonwealth of Virginia, and a quote from the most recent debate being used heavily by one side to suggest that the candidate who said that parents should not dictate what we teach in schools is somehow an evil creature because he believes that trained professional educators should be able to largely influence the curricula that helps us accomplish the goal of educating our young people well. As a parent, I certainly have a point of view about the way in which I want to see education unfold. And if you're fortunate enough to have some choice in where your children go to school, maybe you can exert more influence over that. But you can also do so through the channels that are available. And if you were having surgery, you wouldn't want to be treated by your neighbor who maybe takes the same kind of supplement that you take because you want to have somebody who cares about your health in a way that's consistent with your beliefs. No, find a trained medical professional who similarly can uphold science and execute the role well. And I don't think that's an extreme comparison at all. We continue to wade into spaces and appoint and anoint ourselves and those who have demonstrably strayed from the reality. That is, there's no one truth, but there are specific facts. And we should be relying on expertise, not in place of our involvement, but in combination with our involvement. That's what gets missed. These are not binary choices of, oh, it's all about what the parents think, or it's all about what the trained professional educators or anybody trained professional thinks. No, it's here's what I'm trying to accomplish, and let's, to the best of our ability, recognizing that we're part of a society. So this isn't just what you want. It's what serves the greater good. And that can be hard because sometimes we want something that's a little bit different than what is said to be the greater good. And if you can find a community that is more aligned with your beliefs, okay. And it shouldn't be divorced from the facts, and it shouldn't be in disdain of expertise. So we've taken this quote out of context to suggest that parents shouldn't be involved at all. And that's not the point. The point is that as we lead our businesses and we try to do things that we could do better or that we haven't yet done, don't do this at home because you watched a YouTube video. Consult with people who've done it for real. Learn what they did well, what maybe they didn't do as well. Examine from your perspective what suits your sensibilities better, and then combine those things in order to be truly effective. Because if you don't, you know what? You're just a dope. And I don't think you want to be a dope. Because the point is to be effective, to be thoughtful, certainly to be creative, and to take responsibility, but not at the expense of knowledge. That's where the opportunity of fusion comes into play, and I know that you will apply it well because your point is like mine, which is to be even better, not a dope.